So, welcome back, everybody. Andrew's dead. R.I.P.
I died.
Oh no, it happened.
Too much gigantic.
So last time I tried the alternate route, which we hated because it's June sucks.
Yeah, June's awful.
So now we're going to try another alternate route. We're going to try 3. Because we figured that 3 probably takes you to this other submarine route, and we might as well eliminate the bad routes first.
Yeah, 3 probably sets you on a path for auto
That seems like an logical choice. So we're going to skip to the 3
to the
7,
doors.
8 doors. And we're going to find out what happens if you try to tell these people, hey, let's go to the room that we have no reason to go after, ever. Because it's obvious, because we had a long... Oops.
Why are you saving?
Because the controls are really confusing. There's a start, and there's a select, and there's 4 D-pad buttons and a Y button. And which one does what for what menu? Good luck. I think Y is inventory. Select? There we go. Skipoo.
So...
We gotta get to the choice now.
All right. Well, door 8 is not available. So
well, it's available. It's just it's dark. It's blacked out as indicating you've done it already.
That's
so
handy.
You don't make the mistake.
Oh yeah, they did that for door 5 too.
Yeah, because the branch is already selected. So we were curious. So we had a very long discussion when we were here before for doors 7 and 8 about how 3 was just like undoable. But now we've seen the flow chart, and there's clearly 3 directions to go in.
Yes.
So what the fuck? So
apparently we can.
The flowchart kind of answers our question, because when we questioned the idea of 3, we're like, it's obviously a bad idea. You literally can't go that way. It breaks the party, obviously.
Yeah.
And then you look at the flowchart, and it's like, oh, by the way, this one just goes to the bad ending. Boom, right away. It's like, oh shit. Well, guess we were wrong.
I wonder if you go into 3 and then you just come out and everyone's dead.
Yeah, maybe.
Because I mean, the bad ending was everyone dying.
We were right and wrong about 3. We're right in that apparently 3 is an option. We didn't think it would be, because it was obviously stupid. But it's obviously a stupid option because of the direction the flowchart goes in. Because it makes no sense for 7 to be the bad answer, because it's just the other. It's like 4, 5, 7, 8. Like those
we somehow properly avoided the bad route, but then got back onto that bad route.
Yeah. There's just multiple bad choices you can make.
We avoided getting stuck in the bad route, but then just immediately chose the decisions later to go back onto that route.
Yeah.
That's
to be
impressive.
fair, I think the decision that led to us going the bad route the first time was way less obvious.
Yeah.
3, 7, 8. It's obvious 3 is not a good idea.
Well, in hindsight,
but whatever. No, it was always obvious it was a bad idea. We said it was a bad idea in advance, which is why we didn't go there.
If you look at your map, it clearly states that 3 is gonna kick back out. Every door kicks back out to the center. Back to this room.
No, I'm talking about the flowchart.
Oh, the flowchart.
Like,
yeah.
3 makes you do the bad ending. And even at the time, we knew 3 was going to be a bad idea because 7 and 8 are both options you can go in with the current party minus Ace. And 3, it's like, fuck the numbers. It's like it's the option like 4 of us might go through and everyone maybe dies, I don't know, based on the logic Ace was doing at that point. Like, we knew it was a bad idea. But the later decision we had about what to do then, it was like way less clear which ones would result in good or bad things. We were just kind of picking a direction at that point.
True.
By the end of the game. And then, psych, you picked the one bad one, fuck you, is what basically happened in our playthrough. Oh no, why did that happen?
You press novel mode?
I pressed up on the joystick.
Oh yeah, that does the check back.
Like,
what
this
was previously said.
I gotta tell you, the controls in this game are really confusing.
Maybe it's easier on keyboard and mouse.
Look, up, down. Look at this. This makes sense. Oh no! Wait, what? That's the same controls? What?
Weird. Alright, let's go to door 3.
Let's do door 3.
I want to go through door number 3. Nope, you can't.
Well, excuse us, Santa. Fuck. He just immediately is like, well, no, you can't.
You can't tell us what to do, Santa. I'm the protagonist, man. I'm the only person in this entire story that's real. I hold the stylus.
I mean, we can, theoretically. Maybe you just can't come with us.
Because it's impossible. If we split ourselves into 3 and 3, then we give up on going through door 3.
Why?
The bracelet numbers for the 6 of us are 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There are 2 combinations that can go through door 3 with 3
Oh yeah, I guess
people.
Ace is already passed out at this time.
3, 4,
That's
5,
weird, right?
Or 6,
Like, we're still
7,
deciding
8.
what door to do, and Ace is already KO'd completely.
Yeah, it's weird that Ace didn't just stick around, because what if we decided to go to 3? Then he could have gone with us.
He made that call super preemptively.
That's it. Of course, 2 teams can't go through the same door.
I see. That means one team would get left behind.
That's right.
That doesn't happen
Can
if
they
we go through door 7 or 8.
Can they not?
What?
Well, that's not true, though. That's not true. What you just said, that the same team can't go through, or a team can't go through the same door. That's not true at all. Because, how else do you get through? Well, because how else do you get through fucking door 9?
Well, we don't know. We don't know if more than one team's even allowed to go through door 9 until we get there. It's kind of unclear. We know that if you fail a room, it reopens. Because when 9 was in his room, it said occupied.
Yeah.
And like until he died, you couldn't open it.
Yeah, but
if you
happens
solve a room,
if,
it might let more people in again.
Well, no, because then the puzzles are already solved.
Yeah, I don't know.
So you just go through a room that's already solved?
Yeah, can you just walk through it? I don't know.
But you can walk back through it.
What do you mean by walk back through it?
Because 7 put the thing in the door from our room. So can you can just walk through it though? Like, what?
Like backwards for a bit?
Yeah, I don't. Oh, whatever.
It's kind of unclear. Yeah, it's one of those. It's one of those variables that it's unclear how it interacts with the story, which could mean two things. One, it could mean that the writers are just like weirdly kind of skipping over that detail, like through negligence. Or it's one of those things like, it's the plot twist, that's the detail, it's the plot twist, so all the the characters are just going to conveniently not question that for the whole game because it's going to come up in a convenient plot twist moment.
It's weird because it almost feels like, this game feels like we're playing a board game for the first time, but no one actually read the rule sheet.
Yeah.
Like, and so probably...
so every time a new question comes up, like, let me check the rules. Oh, shit, I can't find it.
Yeah. It's like
Somebody who does board game night a lot, actually, that's exactly what it feels like.
That's what it fucking feels like.
Like, we read, like, 3/4 of the rules.
Yeah.
Like, what about this condition? Shh.
It's like Monopoly. You play Monopoly with somebody who's never
rule in
played
Munchkin that just says, argue until somebody wins.
No, they're fine. We've got 3 options. Option A: have 3, 5, and 8 go through door 7, and 4, 6, 7 go through door 8. Option B: 4, 5, and 7 go through 7, and 3, 6, and 8 go through 8. Option C: 3, 6, and 7 go through 7, and 4, 5, and 8 get 8. Those are the only 3 options. That's it.
What about
At
option...
least if we want to get all 6 of us out of here.
Oh, well, I don't.
You made a false assumption about protagonists,
like,
man.
I specifically just want, like, 7 and Ace to survive.
7 and Ace?
Yeah. 7 seems like an okay guy.
Oh, yeah, the worker dude.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not worker. We found out that he's a cop.
You don't have to be, like, yeah, we know.
Yeah, well, no, I genuinely forgot for a moment that we found out close to the last ending that he was.
I thought you were trying not to be spoiler. I thought you're like, what worker guy? Yeah. Like, I was
in case someone's for some reason starting the series here. No, I forgot. Well, because he looks like the worker dude.
He's dressed like a dock worker for some reason.
He looks like a dock worker.
That's a pretty good ruse, by the way.
Yeah.
Good on 7 to or good on 0 to not take his memory and be like, and now you're a dock worker. He's like, I guess I'm a dock worker.
I guess I'm a dock worker. They say you are what you eat. Wait.
Wait.
No.
But that means 5 and 6 can never be on the same team.
Wait, that's the only reason to go to door 3?
6 of us to go through a door, then June and I can't go into the same one.
That's okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah, we're kind of sick of June.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is actually there's actually a decent setup for the next arc, basically, and stuff going on, because, like, it's like, the moment we started, we were like, yeah, we should probably be with June whenever we can, right? We then managed to do an entire playthrough where we were literally never with June somehow, which is impressive. Even though every time we got to one of these rooms, we were like, we should be with June just in case or whatever. We somehow fucked that up for the entire playthrough.
Well, I think the game actively tries to, prevent that.
Well, that's the thing, is, like, here, if you took the stance that we took, we eventually decided to part with June because we needed to see the body and what secret it might have and stuff like that. But if you took it didn't work out at all. But if you took the opposite approach and were like, I'm going to stick with June no matter what, then the next decision makes that call into question, because the only way to stick with June is to do the stupid choice.
Yeah.
And it's like the game's actively punishing you for making that idea.
I mean, it does. It puts you on the wrong track.
Yeah,
and
it clearly
kills
points
you
at the submarine ending where you get stabbed and thrown in the fucking lake. Or wherever we are, whatever the water is.
Yeah, wait, how's there a submarine? So it's already sunken?
Well, the submarine's just docked in the bay. Every boat is partially underwater.
Yeah, but
Like that'd just be the part of the boat that's underwater.
that's weird.
It's like that level of Perfect Dark.
Yeah, but it's still weird.
You come in from a submarine, but it's like you can go to the surface in that very level.
Doesn't it mean there's a fucking hole in the ship?
Yeah,
Fucking hole in this ship.
fine.
No, it's not. It's
It actually is. You can have there's ways you can have holes in ships without them sinking. Like that's not exactly how buoyancy works.
Well, you just gotta hope you don't go down deeper, I guess.
There's processes.
Because if you go
involved.
too low, then the pressure, there's like too much water pressure, so it has to push up.
I mean, they probably have you probably set up some sort of like water lock. There's probably like a gating system.
Fucking water lock on this thing?
It's probably like a chamber you open up that floods, but it's just that small area, and then the submarine goes into that, and so on, and then you close the door behind it, and then you expose the submarine to the inner area where people could get into it and stuff.
Huh.
Like an airlock, but in the water.
Impossible. Science hasn't come that far.
Completely plausible.
Also, did we have personal submarines back in World War II? World War One? Wait, when did Titanic sink? 1912?
I mean, you could just you can hand wave anything as being zero modified something with his apparent like Maximilian Pegasus money that he has, or he could just fucking do whatever the fuck he wants, and his little like teenagers are gonna compete on my island thing.
You acting like Zero's just Kaiba. Like it's just like, it's like I own all the ships in the world, and I'll make my own, and it's big, and people die on it. Like,
I mean, he's basically Pegasus. Didn't he like just kidnap a bunch of people and put them on an island? And it's like, you guys are gonna fight over this thing now. Whoever wins wins. I have apparently just endless fucking income for this.
God, I wish I was rich.
Have you mulled it over enough?
Kill
or do
so
you need
many
more time?
teenagers.
Anyway, that's the deal, so think it over. You've got two choices, 7 or 8. You can't choose 3.
Like Santa
You
just took
choose
control of
3,
the situation,
you're
by
gonna
the
be
way.
leaving 3 people behind to die. So what are you gonna do? 7 or 8? Time to choose.
After thinking it over, his conclusion was, psych!
Sorry, Santa, but I still want to go through door 3.
What? That's nuts! You've got to be crazy! Why the hell are you so obsessed with that door?
I'm just curious about door 3. That's all.
That doesn't explain shit!
I've got a reason. I'd be happy to explain it to you if you'll just come with me. I'm curious about the red. 7, would you mind authenticating for me?
Why?
Please, just do it.
What? That's super sketch.
That's super sketch.
Is this like how the whole 9 situation
This is
happened?
the etchinest sketchinest.
Yeah, thanks. The number 7 has been entered into the red. Next is June. Please touch the red just like 7 did.
Junpei, what are you trying to figure out?
Ah, yep. I think I might have found another way out.
What?
Did Junpei just turn into the Riddler? He's just like pulling some shit right now.
I think I mean, at least the Riddler's like genuine. Like the Riddler, like all of his riddles are real riddles. Junpei's not even, is like just lying.
Yeah.
He's like just straight lying to you. Like,
This is actually really fucked up.
what is happening? How are these people buying into this?
First of all, everyone's so trusting of Junpei apparently, but also Junpei fucking taking a turn here. Holy shit. They're just recklessly being willing to put their wrist on this thing that can kill them because that's like an experiment the guy's not
Well,
explaining.
not really, because like the worst case scenario is that the door opens and then closes, but no one went in, so no one explodes.
No, the worst case scenario is that the door opens and only one person goes in and then everyone explodes. That's the worst case scenario.
Well, no, remember, because 9 did that. So only the people who go through the door can explode.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, 9 authenticated.
There's
other
like
people.
literally no risk to this at all.
By the way, we got so much shit over that over the course of this series. So we've been all questioning the like people contribute rule.
Yeah.
Supposedly the contribute is just that they need to put their wrist on the other thing too. Or at least that's the argument everyone's making about that phrase, which
Well,
is really bad phrasing, right?
That's bad translation.
Yeah, that doesn't fit well. Because they didn't like everyone who hits the red must hit the dead or something, but that's like That's not what they said. I said everyone must contribute once they're inside, basically. I'm like, that means, like, they all have to help the puzzle, right? That's what contribute means, but apparently that means they all have to just touch the thing.
They all have to touch dead or they all fucking die, which is like, who is that asshole?
Except they don't all die, it's just the one person dies.
No, they all die.
Oh yeah, everyone who went in dies.
Yeah. But I'm saying, like, who's that asshole?
There's a lot of permutations of these rules that are not really well described in the rule set itself, which was in Braille for some reason.
Our only rule sheet's on the fucking blind guy who's now missing, so we can't even read the rule sheet.
Right.
Or who's dead. He's dead in this room, that's right. He is absolutely dead, so we no longer can reread that rule sheet.
No, we just have to trust that he knew what was saying and stuff.
What the fuck is wrong with Zero? Like,
I don't know, let's play out Junpei's Heisenberg moment.
Sorry.
Really?
Now please, June.
Oh, okay.
Alright, the only people who haven't authenticated now are Santa, Clover, and Lotus.
So, what's your point?
You don't get it. Think about it.
Huh?
What's the sum of your number and Clover's?
12.
And what's the digital root of that?
3.
Which is Santa's number. By the way, Lotus, what's the number that's currently in the red?
7 plus 6 plus 5 equals 18. It would be 9, right?
Yes, and what will the digital root be if you add 3 to that?
3. The door's number.
There you go.
Hey, wait a minute. What the hell are you up to?
I'm not up to anything.
What? Shut the
What the fuck?
Basically, he just said it's either Santa or Lotus and Clover.
What the fuck,
Both of you
Junpei?
have an option. Both of you have a choice to come with me or
This
stay
is
here and
really
die.
funny. Also, it's actually a decent subversion of the trope, or not trope, but like of how they've written the game so far, because they keep over-explaining the math in advance, but now they're explaining the math after the trap is sprung.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna slyly explain the math aloud now that you're fucked. Junpei.
I mean,
Junpei!
so he made a nice choice though. He said we could either kill one person or 2 people. And
Oh
that's
my
up to how
God.
selfish everyone else is who's remaining.
Because Clover and Lotus is 4 plus 8, which is 12, which is 3. Which
Yeah.
is Santa, so they're both 3s.
They're both 3s, so Santa lied. He was like, it would kill 3 people. No. Kills either 2 or 1, and that's all based on how selfish you are, Santa. Do you not want to die?
Let's find out.
I'm just waiting.
Waiting for what?
I'm waiting for the balance to shift.
Oh my god, Junpei! What the fuck?
It's like this game suddenly became Dark Knight. Like,
No, you know what Junpei became here?
what?
Oh my god. Junpei just became the, like, early manga version of Yu-Gi-Oh!
Oh yeah,
Where
he just
Yugi-
became Yugi, where he's like,
Yeah, Yugi gets wherever Yugi gets consumed by, like, Yugi gets bullied by some punk somewhere in every fucking comic, or something more dangerous than that. And then the fucking Emperor just takes him over out of nowhere, and then like fucking murders the dude in a weird game that is that's just nonsensical. And he's like, the move's yours, and the guy burns to death. It's like, what the fuck?
Yugi, no.
That didn't make it into the Western cartoon about cards. Seriously, by the way, it just PSA to everyone out there, if you only know about Yu-Gi-Oh! As a card thing, look up the original manga. It takes a while to get to the cards, and it's really fucking violent and
It's
horrible.
great, yeah.
And so many people die horribly after being comically bullied for no reason in the first place. And like, it's,
Yeah, the card game only exists because that was one of the Shadow Realm games that just took off.
yeah.
And so he just turned it into a card game.
Yeah, eventually he encounters a character named Seto Kaiba who makes a game called Duel Monsters, and he challenges that guy to a shadow game and defeats him and everything. But then they're like, what if the whole thing was this forever now? It's like, no. You had a weird, like, One Punch Man style, like, weird self-parody franchise thing going on for a while there, and you ruined it.
Well, I mean, at the time, it wasn't really
Probably
something...
wasn't gonna last that long, though.
Yeah, it wasn't something kids were, like kids' parents were buying in droves for
But
them.
it's a good read for a few, like, a couple dozen chapters or whatever, however long it lasted.
I think it was like 24
It
chapters or
was
something.
fucking weird.
It was good enough.
It's this.
It's weird because it leads right into Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah, where it just becomes that show.
It
all of a
just
sudden.
becomes Yu-Gi-Oh! All of a sudden. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck's going on? Like, it just like suddenly becomes like, going to my grandpa's shop, I'm gonna buy some cards. You're like, yo, man.
It'd be like as if after 5 seasons of Breaking Bad, the show just became Fast and Furious. Do you want to like fix your microphone because you're like grinding it into the floor and like you've been like shifting it for like the last like 2 minutes?
It's like I can't.
You just fucking resolve it.
I can't get this shit.
No, it's because the bottom part's stabbed through. You have to loosen it and pull it up and then tighten again.
Well, no. See,
no, the shaft is touching the floor in the middle.
No,
it's not supposed to do that.
The problem.
It's off balance because that part, the middle part's touching, so it's not balancing in the middle. So it's off center. What are you doing? No, the clamp's on the bottom. It's the bottom clamp.
Oh.
Have you never done this before?
Well, that's not the problem. The problem is still, if I put it this way, it's still gonna...
Well, yeah, because you have to have the leg pointing at you.
Yeah, I know, but I can't. If I have the leg pointing at me, then I can't.
Can't lean all the way back in your couch?
Yeah, I can't
get a fucking pillow. You're an adult. Solve your problems.
I'm an adult
It's
without
easy.
pillows.
You don't have a single pillow. Go lay on your fucking Amazon Fresh boxes that you have out.
My Amazon Fresh box?
Yeah.
Ooh, this pillow's so fresh. Oh, that make hella noise. Fucking...
I just had to interrupt to deal with Andrew because I'm just watching him like play with his microphone for like 2 minutes straight trying to fix it. I'm like, just fucking resolve this shit. You can't just fucking stare at like keep doing this. For all I know, they can hear it.
For all I know, they want to.
They want to hear Andrew play with microphone.
Yeah, that works, I guess.
Just waiting for the balance to shift. Fucking Junpei, the Emperor Junpei.
He's like a fucking mastermind of all of this. Junpei Zero.
Santa, or Lotus and Clover. Once one of you moves, the others won't have a choice. So I'm waiting.
You son of a bitch! You tricked us! Then all that stuff you were going on about is all bullshit!
Bullshit? Huh. I don't think so. Didn't I tell you I'd figured out another way to get out of here? This is it.
Why the hell would you do something like this?
Junpei.
You did this just so you could go through the same door as June. That's it?
So, who's it going to be? Santa, or Lotus and Clover?
Shit!
Let's go, Clover. Huh?
Fuck!
Damn.
Deuces! There's also almost like more incentive to try to cling to June at this point, just because like the other pairing in here that was willing to part for one room ended up with one of them dead.
Yeah.
We don't know he's dead yet. We just know he's missing at this point, but still, like he's dead. So like the Clover and Snake thing didn't really work out when they split up for them.
It's gonna be interesting if Clover does go through this door. We have to deal with her like live. Oh,
this is insane! This
how
isn't
did you
right.
beat them?
How did you beat them?
Wasn't he behind them in that scene?
Maybe Clover just stumbled.
Did this game have rewrites?
Yeah, well, you may be right, but...
It's time to duel.
You may be right, but
Go.
silently pulls lever. Also sounds like this is a wrong choice, but then Santa like blatantly just like pieces out in front of two other people to take their spot. So it's like, yeah, it's the wrong choice, but you're not fucking. It's not stopping you apparently. You just got rid of Lotus and a little girl.
Oh, I mean, Ace is there to keep him company.
Junpei! This isn't fair!
Is this the time to be doing this?
Do you realize what you just did? You leave them out there, and they can't...
Shut it! That's enough! We gotta find the dead or none of this is gonna matter! We got less than a minute left. No time for screwing around. Get moving!
Damn it! You and I are not done yet, bastard! Where the hell is it?
He's like a typical fucking anime villain, where like the good guy's like right there about to get him, and the bad guy's like, but if you don't help work with me, then everyone dies.
Yep.
And he's just like, we're not done yet, villain.
Yep.
We will get back to this soon.
We're in the middle of like a Batman, like, are you gonna save Batgirl or Robin moment and stuff like that.
And he's just like, Batman's just like, I'm just gonna kick your ass one of these days, Joker. Just you wait.
Over there! It's gotta be behind the door!
Damn, it's pitch dark inside.
Can't see a thing!
Seems like a dick
No,
move.
wait! I found
Pretty much
it.
a dick move.
The
You wouldn't make
dead's
the
right
dead
over
glow?
here.
Yeah, apparently the dead doesn't glow, and apparently the rooms can be pitch black, and you have to like search for it. Although the desperate search for these deads always runs a little flat because I assume we're literally never going to fail at this ever in the entire game, finding the dead. But also, like,
sitting here waiting to press A is like actually a timer in the background.
Yeah, like I don't think we'll ever fail. So like the tension's a little flat there. But also we can't because the game's not in 3D. We can't see them trying to find it, so we don't even understand their struggle.
Yeah,
which is our point of our constant confusion. I was like, is it really that big of a deal?
Explain, like,
shit.
Do it any differently? Jesus Christ! Anything else you'd like to open up? It's right at the top. RB.
Is it? Oh, you're right.
God.
I was trying to find the other thing that opened it up.
I was like, do you want to open literally everything but novel mode?
I have not used that toggle for a while. Almost immediately, he spotted the blinking red light on the right wall. There's a blinking light. There's a light.
Almost immediately.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm really stressed out about their struggles, and I understand why they're getting so hyped every single fucking time that they open the goddamn door.
I will say the writing is perfect for undercutting its own tension and making it really funny every time we check. Because they're so tense and so terrified. Then we click on novel mode, and like the guy is like, "Yeah, it was right there in plain sight." It's always like he was always like right next to the door or almost immediately. Like it's always framed in a perfect way to like make it like almost sarcastic how obvious it was to get the dead. Apparently, it's like the narration's making fun of the dialogue.
It is like novel mode is there just to make fun of.
It's like the narration is a sassy let's play of the game. Wouldn't that be great?
That is a really upset writer.
That's a meta level. It's like the new game from the people that made Binding of Isaac has like Rich Evans like doing a let's play of the game as the character in the game. It's like what's my brain? What's happening?
Too deep.
Video games are weird.
Too many holes.
Too deep 5 me.
Too deep 5 me.
3 deep shit.
Oh! What? The floor's slippery.
You mean 4 deep, 3 dead?
What the hell are you doing?
There's something.
Get over there!
Okay, Scorpion.
Quick! Get to the dead!
No.
Okay, wait, seriously, go back to novel mode again real
There
quick.
it is!
I just want to see if there's any reactions. Can you go up? Fuck. Oh, there we go. Okay. Go up a little bit more.
The slippery or something, or what?
Junpei felt Seven's heavy hand against his bag and stumbled across the room. The 3 other piled in behind him. They all felt immediately that something was wrong. Nothing that could be easily identified, only a sense that something terrible shared the room with them, but there was no time to say so. They all started running in the dark. It was hard to tell where the wall was. All they could see was a tiny red light blinking at them over and over. Seriously, they're like going so out of their way to be so hyped about this fucking dead. Like,
you're going.
in quick succession, they slam their hands. Excuse me, it is a very delicate piece of machinery that stops you from blowing up.
Come on and jam!
Like, why are they slamming their hands against the scanner panel? That's also not slamming, that's just high-fiving.
No. Oh yeah, high five that blood panel.
Okay, you can switch back. You can switch back to thing. I just wanted to see what the reaction was to like it's really tough to get back to get to this panel.
They have different they have different pacings of panting. She has more ellipses than 7. but June and Santa, they're in sync with each other.
Is there
7 leaned against the wall, gulping air. As his breathing began to return to normal, he glanced at his left wrist and grunted.
It stopped. It stopped.
That's what laughing looks like.
Is 7-0? Like,
he just did that facial expression that people do when people like do that joke video where you try to laugh as loudly and as maniacally as possible while not smiling or like letting any of your face reflect that you're laughing. Which is like really hard to do, by the way.
It is.
Junpei could hear him laughing in the dark, but could barely make out the larger man's face.
I don't think I'll ever get used to doing this.
All right, well, just enjoy screenshotting this and putting this on Tumblr. Just this entire screen. I can barely make out the larger man's face. I don't think I'll ever get used to doing this.
What the?
That's the position I usually take when I'm vomiting. Like, holding my arms.
They made him a convenient pose for a guy that
He's like
that tends to puke a lot.
He's like about to puke, but cold at the same time.
Like, we have a character he's going to be stuck in a freezer at one point, but he's also going to puke multiple times. We need a pose that fits both of those. Because he tries to puke up his bomb, and he tries to puke, and he's puking here for the corpse in the room. And also he was in a freezer last episode, so it's like, they need like multi-function poses. Like, people gave me, like, people were like, it's like, June didn't get flushed in the face for Ace, that's just one of her poses that they went to. It's like, but yeah, but they still used it here, where she has, like, a flushed face for Ace for some reason. That's weird.
Because flushed can be embarrassed, or can be, like, in love.
The sound of retching came from Santa's direction.
What
Retching.
the hell is this smell? This is vile. I'm gonna puke.
Didn't you just puke?
No, he was just he's like gagging.
I thought gagging is like...
That's that, her cog.
No,
that's gagging.
Her carg sounds like... Her carg sounds like your...
Retching is that, like...
Well, I know what retching is.
Like, retching is that, like, like almost throwing up sound.
Yeah.
He's not literally puking.
I'm just saying her garg is like the sound you make
Her
either...
garg. Well, I mean, that's how people die in Red
Yeah,
vs. Blue.
that's either how you die, or that's how, like, that's literally an action happening, like vomiting.
Maybe. But he's not. Yet. Maybe. So desperate had they been in their race for the dead that no one had noticed the horrible smell that pervaded the room.
The desperate race? The race...
You okay?
The desperate race that was literally open the door, I see it.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
What the fuck is this race?
It's The Amazing Race, Season 14. Search for the Dead again. It was a terrible, nauseating stench, like burnt and rotten meat. Adrenaline had drowned it out, but now it rolled over Junpei in waves, forcing itself into his nose with every breath he took.
Oh,
That is a
you're
quick adrenaline rush.
This is...
He felt his stomach clench and bile rise up in his throat.
You were
Let's
just in
get
a
the
room with a
lights on
dead body,
first.
like, less than 2 hours ago.
Yeah,
And that was fresh.
the same body, same way. Well, fresh is probably less smelly.
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah, because that's like the gut bacteria is fresh out of you.
I feel like it would smell bad less at first and get continually worse all the time.
Because it's gonna smell like burnt fucking flesh and burnt like innards.
Yeah?
If it's been sitting there for a while, it's not gonna smell. It's gonna smell like, well, it's not gonna even smell rotten. It's not gonna rot that quickly.
This is confusing. Apparently the lights aren't on yet. What's that? Is that a light in the back that looks like it's on? I guess they didn't want to
No, Keith. All they did was they took the picture and they put a blue filter over it and then made the blue filter like transparent.
They probably
but then-
switched to another color that makes it clearly like it's like that's clearly the lights being on, but this does not convey the idea of lights being off. It's
Well,
probably
they
darker
are
than this.
because that light in the background is on. That's
Yeah.
why it's white.
Oh,
Otherwise,
no.
it would be not white if it was off.
Oh no.
So watch, keep going, and it'll probably turn like bright.
Here.
The light that spilled in from the door barely illuminated a small switch plate next to the door. Slowly, with the toll of the last few minutes apparent in his gait, Seven walked toward it.
Okay, should we just go back to adventure modes?
No, because there's gonna be a corpse. We need the description of the corpse.
Can't we just like do when they find out the corpse though?
That's like the next thing. They're turning the
Okay.
light on. That's like the only thing that can happen next. They're doing it to investigate the corpse.
Man.
You dummy.
He stopped as he got close and extended his fingers towards the switch.
Okay, guys, I'm flipping it on.
It's just a switch. See? Look at that shit. It's the same-
Now it's orange.
Yeah, it's like the same room. Nothing changed.
There was a soft click as the lights came on. Just as the light turned on, June took a short breath and...
Wait, is a gasp just a short breath?
Sure. I mean, a gasp is an abrupt, like, sharp breath.
I guess it's true. I just feel like
It's
I
like
don't
a rushed
actually.
breath.
I feel like I don't actually replenish oxygen when I gasp.
No. But it is an intake of breath, and it's a short one.
Okay,
So it's a gasp.
weird.
You don't really gasp like... like for like 30 seconds straight or anything. That hurts, by the way.
Just
I have water.
I can feel oxygen now. Like,
I can feel it now as my lungs burst. A scream echoes through the room. Junpei's breath stopped in his throat. A lot of breathing explanations today.
I'm imagining that, like, Lotus
his heart ceased to beat. Shit, he's dead. Oh no! Now his wrist. Now his wrist is gonna fall off. Because it needs a heartbeat.
Is that how hearts work? Can it just cease beating for once though? Can it just skip a beat?
I don't know, but his 5 bracelet requires a heartbeat. Now it's gonna fall off. Oh no!
Does it fall off or does it just turn off?
I don't know. Time froze, literally.
Oh, this game got really weird.
Yeah, sci-fi.
It went from like a really like kind of Japanese horror to like sci-fi all of a sudden.
His mind scrambled to make sense of what he saw before him.
Hey. Oh, this is...
These people are really acting like especially Seven and Junpei, they're acting like they haven't seen a body before.
Yeah, well, I mean, they should... I'll give them credit. They should still be shocked and bothered by it because it's literally one of their 9 people is dead again.
Well, they don't know that.
Who else would it be in this context?
9! Again?
Like they moved 9?
I don't know how it works, man. You could throw bodies everywhere.
Yeah, but the blood is splattered everywhere. It's not just like... It's just not just like just a body. There's blood everywhere. I'm more concerned about how there's no apparent body.
You're acting like you can't just fucking splash blood around.
I'm mostly confused where the body's hidden, because like there's not really much room in that corner for a whole body to be hiding.
Up.
He's hanging up on the wall. He's hanging from a coat hanger in the corner.
No, he's just like Spider-Man. He's just on the ceiling.
Like, he should have legs sticking out somewhere.
Keith, we don't have that.
Look how small this corner is. Look at this. That's a door right there.
We don't have
a
that
small
kind of
ass corner.
We don't have that kind of budget.
Didn't 9 have a body? We saw his legs or something.
No, I think we saw his hand.
We saw a body part though, right?
We just saw his hand laying on the ground next to his thing.
This time it's just like a weird confetti.
We don't even have a bracelet nearby.
There's just blood funfetti.
Well, I guess we don't know. We'll find out. Because if we continue, then maybe it does another zoom in. Like it changes camera angle to look directly at the feet.
But I think this is the... Did they give us this camera angle during... when they were telling us about Snake being dead? In the previous arc line?
About Snake being dead?
Yeah, when they told us Snake was dead because they found it instead.
I keep forgetting that. We know it's Snake's body.
Yeah. We know it's Snake's body because Clover and Seven and someone else all found it during when we didn't go this way.
Yeah.
I feel like they showed us this scene or something.
They showed us this picture, but they never show us the body. They never show a single part of the body.
Weird.
Specifically, on purpose. Because mystery.
Because it's obviously a plot twist.
Yeah.
Chunks of flesh torn from the body sat in the blood like tiny islands in the Great Red Sea. A vast ragged hole had been torn in the torso, and what remained of the intestines spilled out in the fresh spaghetti.
Like a fresh spaghetti! Mamma mia.
So because I keep thinking there's going to be a plot twist with Snake, and that he's not actually dead or something, we have another body already, in the case of 9. When they found Snake's body before, they said they couldn't recognize his face, basically.
Yeah.
Like, he was just like, wow, it's just so brutal what happened to him. But that almost sounds like something you do on purpose so people don't recognize your face. We also have established a fucking butcher shop full of meat and stuff that you could use if you were gonna, like, make fun, like, fake body part stuff to put around.
Well, we don't have, like, a butcher shop. Like, don't get that excited about it.
That's what we just did with Snake. I mean, with 7. I know.
I thought we were. No,
sorry, we were there with Lotus and Snow. What's his name?
No, Lotus, June,
Santa.
and Santa.
I couldn't think of his name for a second there. I'm like Snake, 7, Snow.
But I mean, even still, like the problem with that is it's not like it had much, like not blood. It certainly didn't have blood.
Now they could have like a bunch of like just meat. Just stacks of fresh meat.
I don't think it'd be fresh meat in there.
Well, it'd be frozen probably, but when it thaws, then they'd have like it would probably still be bloody.
Not that bloody.
I don't know.
I mean,
I'm just trying to anticipate the wacky anime hijinks twists that are going to happen.
You could just say it's ketchup. I'm sure they have like
ketchup.
I'm sure they
nobody
have.
Can tell.
I mean, they probably have industrial amounts of ketchup because it's a giant cruise ship. Like they probably have a giant barrel full of it.
Smaller chunks of meat had splattered against the wall and become stuck there as they dried.
You keep saying meat, but what do you mean?
Globules of yellowish fat had left trails like tiny slugs as gravity pulled them down the wall, even as they dried to it.
Wait, what?
Looks like an explosion.
Seven's voice was low and strained.
Just like the Knife Man. The detonator in his bracelet set off the bomb in his gut.
Oh god. The bone is coming out of his left arm.
It's definitely an open fracture.
It looked as though the explosion had been quite powerful. His legs were both bent an odd, unnatural way, and his left arm had split open, exposing painfully white bone in his ulna. Ulna? Do you know that word? 'Cause I don't.
Ulna?
Yeah. Something on your arm, apparently.
I only know the weenus.
His bracelet lay next to him. It seemed to have hit the wall hard enough to have shattered the display, which lay on the ground in pieces.
Cut my life into pieces!
No, man, this suggests we don't know which bracelet it is.
We don't know anything.
So on top of the face being unrecognizable, the bracelet's unrecognizable.
Of course it is.
That really, I feel like that really sets up this thing being a twist.
Are you trying to bamboozle me, game?
Yeah. Oh, you caught me, Andrew.
Oh no.
Shit.
Well, tell us who it was.
The face is the worst.
Yeah, you can't even tell who it is.
Oh, well, I thought you guys were just making fun of a dead person.
His face is just the worst.
God, like, that's a little kick them when they're down kind of situation.
Half of his head had simply collapsed. The blood coating almost made it look like a raw pizza dough covered in tomato sauce.
That's a good idea.
His clothes, too, were covered in blood.
Tomato sauce is
The
a good
burgundy
choice.
tie, the white shirt, the jacket with the yellow piping, the gray slacks. Yellow piping. Was there yellow on
I think it was on
7?
probably on his back.
I mean not 7. Fuck. Snake.
Snake.
So many S names.
Yeah, 7, Snake, Santa.
Then I just made up Snow at some point. We were
don't
calling
know.
him Silver before.
Well, maybe Snow would be number 10 or number 12 because Snow falls in December, and that's the 12th
Now I'm
month
trying to
of the
remember
year.
what the hell Snake looked like costume wise.
Snake had the blue. He had that blue and red jacket, and then the gray slacks, and then the white shirt. I think underneath.
Did he have a burgundy tie?
Maybe, sure. I'll give you that. I don't know. I can't remember if he had a tie.
They were all familiar to Junpei.
Is that Snake?